Hello and welcome to Top Story. The world's biggest political organization gathers in Beijing this week for its 5-yearly party congress and an opportunity to spell out its vision of the future. With a membership of 73.4 million, bigger by far than the population of France, the Chinese Communist Party reaches into every corner of Chinese life. Yet, while the Chinese economy is changing at a staggering pace, the party that sets the rules of business in the country remains suspicious of political reform. The Communist Party controls government, the armed forces, the media, and is increasingly a major player in business too. And if the run-up to the Congress is anything to go by, it's not in a hurry to change things. President Hu Jintao, who will preside over the massive event, is almost certain to be re-elected. But for him, the certainties stop there. Hu Jintao faces enormous challenges, including a widening and potentially destructive gulf in wealth between town and country, and the exposure to international scrutiny that next year's Beijing Olympics will surely bring. Well, joining me now to discuss how he's likely to respond to those challenges is Yi Liu of the Hong Kong-based Phoenix Satellite Television. Thanks very much for being on Top Story.
Good morning.
This is an event that happens once every 5 years, but how important is it in defining what sort of country China is going to be over the next 5 years?
Yeah, it's happening in half an hour in Beijing. Well, as we know, that's the National Congress of the Communist Party of China. That's very important, as we say, a significant event in Chinese politics. And for this year, we are concerning mostly two most important points. First of all, it's the direction of the road of the Communist Party, as we said, the color of the flag. So there will be new elements, surely. First of all, that's the idea of the chairman of the PRC, People's Republic of China, Hu Jintao. He's at the same time the general secretary of the party. His idea is about scientific develop concept. That will be largely discussed during the Congress and to create, as we say, a harmonious society.
Do you think there are going to be any big changes in direction laid out at the Congress?
Well, we are not expecting a big change of the direction of the road, but the concept, the scientific developed concept to create a harmonious society, as I just said, will be a very as we say, we could say it's a mainstreaming guiding ideologies for the party.
It sounds great, but what is it exactly?
It's we will see in about 30 minutes. During 1 week, the members will largely talk about this concept. And the second thing is people concerning even more than the concept. That's the changing the memberships of the leading party organs.
Hu Jintao himself steps down in 2012, doesn't
he?
Will we get any pointers about who's likely to succeed him at this Congress?
Well, actually, it's widely spread consensus that Hu Jintao will be confirmed for the second term of the general secretaries. That means until 2012. So, as well as Wen Jiabao, who is at this moment Prime Minister, he will continue his second term. So that Hu Wen allies will stay. But what we're concerning is, as you know, in the committees, in the central committees, the youngest member, if Hu Jintao gonna stay, the youngest member at this moment in the leading committees, youngest one is only 2 years younger than him. That means people will concern the most the junior members who will be elevated this year.
We're running out of time, so very briefly, how big a factor do you think are the Olympics going to be in this Congress? Is the Chinese Communist Party very concerned about changes that might be brought by the Beijing Olympics?
There will be very big changes concerning by the Olympic Games, but I think it's mostly in the aspect of finance, economies, than politics. And we will still stay in the one-party system. But the most concerning thing in this Congress is there will be supposed to be some changes regarding the inner party democracy. That means first there will be elections with with the more candidates than
I'm
the
going to have to stop you there, I'm
deputy
afraid.
positions. That's something new.
That's all we have time for today. Thanks to Yi Liu of Phoenix Satellite Television in Hong Kong. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of Top Story. Goodbye for now.